Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you my computer setup. So there is also one more thing which I really do for passing time. So this time it's kind of different. It's my I think fourth time when I assemble a PC, because every 3 years it just got obsolete or for some reason it's stopped working. So this time one thing which I really do is I make a keyboard stand uh, which is very flexible. So I made it using a single monitor stand. So if you can see, this is the keyboard stand and it can move left and right, and I can also put it aside like this. And also if I need it, I can also make it like that if I want to do like quick thing, because it strain your neck. So I want to have a setup like that, and it's gas based, so it's like very nice and have a good feeling to it. So that is one thing which I have added this time. And also these monitors are capable of taking inputs like 3 inputs. So it has D sub, which is VGA, and DVI port and HDMI. Both the monitors supports that, and if you can see, it's a very like limited space I have. It's around 3 feet, so I need to accommodate accordingly. So I am using very small kind of stool to mount that. So this is also get mounted here. If you can see from this is the mounting, and also the monitor setup is also mounted from here. So this is very like very practical, uh, like space saving techniques if he wants to do that. So this mounting monitors are like mounting VESA monitor stand are very nice to have. And also if you can notice, I have also accommodated laptop within that space. So the main problem which I was facing is I need to use same keyboard stand with my laptop and also with my PC. So what I did is I attached 2 female USB cables with this and place it in here. So I want to fix it somewhere here like this. I try to do it, but because this mouse and keyboard wires are very heavy, so it keeps detaching it, but it's still very handy to use it. So I have used this, so it's like connected with this laptop here, we can see. And because it supports I think all the monitor supports HDMI port, so I want to use a 2 monitor setup. So for that I have used one HDMI port and connected with this monitor. So I can switch it like if you can see oh, this is a different mode like that, D sub, DVI, HDMI. So currently I am connected with VGA because my this computer is working right now. And also both the monitors are connected with the my Alexa. So the benefit of that is when I say command, like I have posted my last video, that when I say commands it will turn on all the things. And there is also one lamp I am using. I wrap it with some thermocol kind of thing because it's producing lots of heat on my head. So it's much better now. So if I wants to do some reading stuff by sitting it in here, it's really nice to have. And currently the thing I'm struggling with is my chair. So it's like a very old chair, and due to lockdown I'm not able to purchase any new, so I might go with the gaming chair this time. And also what else we have, as I try to use it Wi-Fi in here because there is no Wi-Fi router, it's situated in my another room, so I place like a LAN cable. So this is my LAN cable which is coming from my backside. So if you can see that black cable is coming from there. So the main drawback of using a LAN cable is when something gets like when you face some network problems, it's really hard to diagnose it because it's situated there, and there is lots of loops which I use to get it here. So for emergency purposes I have also used one repeater with us. So if you can see I'm using Netgear repeater here. What it is doing is it is also connected with my router, which is situated in my another room. So when any cable type problem I was facing, I can just use this repeater LAN cable and using that to connect to my this CPU. And also because it's a repeater Wi-Fi repeater, I can also use it with Wi-Fi, but right now I don't have any Wi-Fi adapter in here. So if I want to, I can use it that way as well, but the repeater range is like very good as compared to the Wi-Fi dongle we have. So it's gives lots of better signal because of the two antenna it has. So I think that's all the things, and there are many other things which I want to do it after the lockdown. Is if you can see this is my new cabinet, and inside that I want to use like 5 to 6 USB ports outside it. So I'm looking forward to have a casing which will replace that. For now I'm using Amazon Basics USB cable, which is also connected with the back panel of the USB. So it's USB 3.0 now, and these are two external ones. So I'm down with one USB 3.0, so I can use I think two USB 3.0 and almost four USB four more USB ports. So I will have that. So, and one more thing about this cabinet, it's transparent. If you can see, this is totally transparent, and I can control the fan from okay, my tripod is, so I can control my fan from here. So that's a top fan. So if you can see this is the light, and it got dimmer when I control it, so it's using pulse width modulation, so I can turn it off. And the same thing with this fan as well. So this is really nice, and you can also look inside this fan. There is a one red RGB light, and then my fan with LED lights. So I will also thinking of adding a RGB light to my motherboard as well, so you might get a very good feeling around this thing. So this is the setup I am using. I always have like one USB USB based speaker, so it has multiple inputs as well, like Bluetooth auxiliary input and the USB one as well. So the main problem I'm facing is it's a battery based, so I want to convert it to the main supply. So for that I have been using this device, which is capable of turning on and off itself according to the schedules I put in. So for example, if I want to charge this speaker like every 2 hours, so I can program it accordingly. So the main benefit of doing that is that speaker battery won't get damaged because of continuous charging. But I'm also facing some problem with this. It's just keep giving me very weird output. Like sometimes its clock is running very fast, so for 1 second it's running 2 seconds. So because of that my whole setup is failing. So I will reset it and use it again. So this is the laptop and keyboard. I have posted a video. This is RGB one, so you can change the light pattern. Very cool. And this mouse is also programmable, so it has many buttons, so like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I also use it like 8 buttons, but I started to like this mouse, so I might not go with more. So you can also change DPI, which is I think by default many mouse are providing that, but it is a macro based, so whatever setting you put in, it will be carried over in whatever device you are going to have. So the main benefit of using multi-button mouse is if any of the button stopped working or giving you multiple clicks, you can always switch it to with another one, and also there is another buttons. So I have one mouse which have 8 buttons, so I am able to use it for like I think 4 to 5 years by switching it. Like when it fails, I convert it to this. When it fails, I convert it to this and this. So it's very handy to have it, especially in emergency times like we have it now. So it's good to have a multi-button mouse. I'm also having this mouse as well. So that's a Bluetooth one. This works on the same principle, like it has a multi-button setup as well. So this is also I use it using a dongle. So this is here too. And I've also used this sometimes when I want to keep in track on my phone. So this is a phone mounting device. It is also used for adding a stand to your bed. So for example, you can see the border of the bed. You can also attach it to that because it has a clipping on it. So I can just put it like this, and it can move. And if you want to watch any movies, or if you are chatting or something, you can use it in that way. So for chatting purposes you can do it like that. So this is my setup for 2020. The only thing which is left is gaming, and also I'm using one more thing, which is a gel pad. So it will have a, like it will provide you some air ventilation while you are sitting it, because the main problem we all face while using this kind of chairs is there is no ventilation inside it. And if you want to have a ventilation, you will not have a comfort of this leather base thing. So it's like gel base, and if you can see, I will try to show you what's inside it. So as you can see, it's a mesh which is gel base, so it will give you a ventilation kind of thing. So it's really very effective. I really liked it. Before that I was not able to sit on it, but now I can easily manage for at least 5 to 6 years now. Oh, not 5 to 6 years, 5 to 6 hours. And this is my armrest, so I might add it in here. So when I try to use my computer, my elbow starts paining, because these are very hard over the time this cushioning is like get faded, or it's not usable, so it's more like a concrete thing now. So I need to put this. And one of the key things which about this keyboard stand is you can accommodate according to your chair also. So I will just show you. As you can see right now, I can use it like that. So when you put pressure on your elbow, it started to ache, or also you have many like spots, black spots in here when you do it for longer period of time. So with this thing you are able to do that. I might replace this with a gel based thing, but due to lockdown I'm not able to purchase anything, but for now this is very good. I also face problem in here from the last 2 weeks, so I might add another cushion here as well. So if sometimes when you purchase it, your hydraulics stops working, the chair hydraulics which is used for adjusting the heights, so in those cases it's really handy. You can do it, you can adjust this stand according to the height you want, and then you are good to go. So it's a very good thing for the keyboard thing. I don't know why they are not commercially make it available. So I was just using it because of my own need. So that is all my setup, and if you want to have any ideas and all the things are welcome. And also I also put my mobile charger here as well. So the whole idea is my laptop charger is keep it on all the time, so I don't want to do that. So whenever I turn on my computer I can charge it, and when I don't use it, it will just turn out, because it is also connected with the monitor and again with the Alexa. So that's whole the thing. I hope you get some ideas for your computer setup as well. And this is like a very minimal space you can use. And also I forgot to show you that I'm using if you can see Ludo thing, it's a bed table, plastic one. So my stool is around here only, so you can see. So I need to use this space as well. So I'm not able to find anything, but then I found my bed table. So it's very very usable in this scenario. So it's very strong, and it also capable of adjusting the space. So it's good to have it. You can also use in various conditions. I might purchase 2 or more the bed table. So it's much better than the cardboard ones due to its build qualities, because they are very hard, and also it's very multi-purpose. So if for some reason you dismounted this whole setup, you can always reuse it somewhere else. So, and if you can see it, I'm using many extensions. So as you can see, that's a bulk-in one. So main power supply is going from there, and then the another extension which is connected with the Alexa switch, and another extension is just to connect my power supply from the another switch. And the whole setup is connected with the inverter. So whenever any trip or cut we get, this will not affect any computer. I stopped using UPS because my inverter supports the UPS, and I think that's much better choice as compared to the UPS. So that's it. I hope you like the video, and this kind of setups really consumes a lot of time, because it requires a lot of thinking, as most of the YouTube videos and forum doesn't cover these kind of things. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.